Welcome back. Well, it was another warm one across Acadiana with temperatures topping out at 77 degrees this afternoon. That's way above the 63 we normally expect this time of year. And with the rainfall yesterday and last night, over 70 inches for the year, but we have to get over 77 inches to be in a top 10 year. And I don't think we're going to make that, but another inch or two of rain possible and the threat of severe weather. So let's bring it over to the Key. While we do have a fairly significant threat of severe storms, especially for the northern portions of Acadiana along and north of the I-10 corridor, where damaging winds and maybe isolated tornadoes are going to be our main threats. Maybe a little hail mixed in. We're not expecting any flooding, but there's going to be some hefty storms on the way. Upper level low that's coming out of the Rockies, a short wave. This is going to be our potential severe weather maker as it rolls through the base of this upper level trough that's over the center of the U.S. East of there, that's where we have the rains, and yesterday's rains off to the east and then back to the west, winter weather across portions of the Rockies. Now locally, the rains that we had late last night, early this morning, they really were moving slowly and still over by Lake Pontchartrain into Mississippi and Alabama. Activity continues to slowly move away, and in the wake of that activity and mild conditions, we do expect fog later on tonight. But the most important thing is the severe weather threat going into tomorrow. Per the Storm Prediction Center, much of Acadiana in a slight to enhanced risk, a level 2 to level 3 risk of severe storms. Fog may stay near the coast, kind of marginalizing the threat of severe storms, but you get to the I-10 corridor and then especially along and north of I-10, an enhanced risk of severe storms. And the primary threats are going to be damaging winds and isolated tornadoes. And if we break down the tornado and wind threat in the hatched area, there's a 10% chance of an isolated tornado occurring within 25-mile radius of anywhere in this hatched area. So the northern Acadiana parishes, even northern Lafayette Parish, a good part of Acadia, Jeff Davis Parish on northeastward in that tornado risk. It's not a super high one, but it is a high one. EF2 plus, that means 111 mile per hour winds or greater in those tornadoes. They're considered strong tornadoes. So we'll break it down. Let's break it down. Look at the tornado spin potential. I think things are pretty stable through the mid-morning hours tomorrow, but getting into the afternoon, what we'll be looking for, shades of purple and maybe red. And this is what's called tornado spin potential, also known as helicity. And the energy factor is going to be high. We already have our CAPE, convective available potential energy, at about 2,500 throughout the day. And then we see shades of magenta developing during the afternoon. Few spots of red showing up in St. Landry Parish. Doesn't mean there's going to be tornadoes there, but that means it will be ripe for a few spin-ups. So we'll have to watch that closely. And again, that slowly progresses eastward. So it looks like tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening will be that tornado threat, and then it pushes eastward as we get into later tomorrow evening. Then things quiet down. As for the rain and storms, this is the way it's going to shape up. Fog coming in. Remember, we have that dense fog advisory in effect for the I-10 parishes on southward. Scattered showers tomorrow morning, and then as we get toward mid-morning, you always have to keep an eye on these. If we destabilize enough, we could have a few isolated spin-ups, but then the action gets a little bit more numerous in activity during the course of the mid to latter part of the afternoon. Again, strong to severe storms really showing up mainly toward northern portions of Acadiana, say St. Landry Parish on northward, and then we'll have a front pushing on through. Strongest storms moving through Lafayette probably between 6 and about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Then it quiets down by 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Weak front pushes on through. We'll be a little bit cooler on Sunday, but we still may manage to get to 70 degrees if the sun comes back out. Not concerned with rain, but there could be a couple of spots that catch 1 to 2 inches of rain, isolated up to 3. Most of us see about an inch, inch and a quarter or less with this one, so flooding not a concern. Fog a concern in the near term. Keep that in your late night, early morning travel plans, as we do expect fog to develop, and that's good. Stabilize things at least through about mid-morning. So 67 the overnight low tonight. Maybe some drizzle or a few showers as we get closer to daybreak tomorrow. Then tomorrow, watch what the clouds do. They pick up, and that's when we know we have a low-level jet. You see how fast they're moving to the north. It's going to be a breezy day. South winds 15 to 25, and then showers and storms during the course of the afternoon into the evening hours. Could be quite stormy, and again, even if the storms are not severe, expect gusts in the 35 to 45 mile per hour range at the very least. So it's a weather alert day for tomorrow. After that, smooth sailing, mild. Secondary front comes in Tuesday, bringing some nice chilly temperatures as we enter 2025, and then maybe another front down the road that could get us a little bit colder into mid-January, but for now, mild as we round out 2024 and look out for the storms tomorrow. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up in just a little bit.